teen accused of hitting and killing a Chaz health executive speaking out and admitting his guilt in court today.
Bundle up. It's going to be a chilly New Year's Eve across the inland Northwest. Tomorrow, we're talking snow and rain returning to the inland Northwest.
Plus, the countdown is on for the new year. How you can celebrate right here in Spokane tonight. Thanks for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 on the last day of 2025. I'm Cody Proctor. Mark is off tonight. Well, topping our headlines at this hour, the teenager who hit and killed a Chaz health executive last summer is on his way to a juvenile detention facility. Just hours ago, Keegan Forshee admitted his guilt in the death of Sarah Doxey. The state will now decide how long Keegan Forshee, now 18 years old, will spend in custody. He was 17 when prosecutors say he hit Sarah Doxey with a car back in mid-July, a crime he admitted to Wednesday.
I am really sorry.
Judge Jeremy Schmidt stuck to the state's sentencing guideline, 30 to a maximum 80 weeks in juvenile detention, though he said he wished he could do more.
We are talking about the life and its impact on each of you and the ripples that it had through our community, and then we're talking about a sentence of weeks.
One of those ripples was in Sarah's jogging partner, who was by her side in the moments she was hit.
All of a sudden, I felt a pain in my left arm. I turned around and I said out loud, I feel like I said out loud, "What's going on?" Sarah had been on my left, I was on the right, and she was gone.
She says she saw a black car 20 feet away crashed into a tree. She watched as Forshee ran away, leaving Sarah on the street. Forshee's mother said he does understand the impact of his actions.
I have watched my light-hearted, funny son carry overwhelming remorse and grief. I see it in his eyes, and I hear it in his silence.
Doxey's family says no outcome would equal justice, but also told Forshee to use this to create a life that gives, not takes.
Until the day I die, I will spend time on that day praying for Keegan, praying he will become a man Sarah would be proud of, a man society will know as a good man who rose above his failings.
Another headline we're also tracking tonight, the man suspected of a brutal murder in Spokane died in Boise overnight. 55-year-old Robert David was accused of murdering and dismembering 20-year-old Kayla Williams back in 2012. Her decomposed remains were found in a sleeping bag in southwest Spokane. 10 years later, her death was ruled a homicide, and Spokane police recommended murder charges to the Spokane County Prosecutor's Office. However, Davis was never officially charged. Last year, he was released to a Boise halfway house where he was on parole for a 2014 battery case out of Coeur d'Alene. He was pronounced dead last night. New today, Scrap says they had to euthanize 4 dogs and is still treating one more after a parvo infection broke out in their kennels this week. Scrap says they're not going to adopt out any adult dogs for the next 2 weeks. The county tells KREM 2 News they treated 5 dogs for parvo. Puppies are still up for adoption, though, because they're housed in a different area. For the time being, they will not take in any dogs unless it is an emergency. Parvo is a highly contagious disease, but is easy to prevent with proper vaccinations. Meanwhile, Spoke Animals still closed tonight as they wait for test results to get back from the lab after a spread of an unknown virus in their kennels. Spoke Animals says it's causing pneumonia amongst 10 of their 30 dogs. They were able to rule out distemper. On Facebook, Spoke Animals shared some of their dogs are recovering tonight. The closure's not affecting their adoption centers in the local PetSmarts and Petcos. All right, it's time to take a live look outside over Riverfront Park tonight, where folks will soon be gathering for tonight's New Year's celebration and fireworks display. Let's go now and as folks get ready to head out the door, Chief Meteorologist Shirley Goo is joining us live in the Outdoor Weather Center tonight with more on what you can expect if you're going to be one of those people out there.
Cody, it's not all that bad. Seriously, temperatures are starting to drop. We're down in the low 30s and likely going to fall back into the 20s. Feels like 25 degrees outside right now. I would say dress for 25 degrees. We fall into the mid-20s overnight. Cloud cover builds in, but not until after some of those fireworks are long since done. Then we get a next round of moisture. That moves in tomorrow afternoon, middle of the day. Winter weather advisories already in effect for central Washington and southern Washington for freezing rain and snow. Likely starts in the middle of the day with a few spotty showers. Best chance of that freezing rain being south of Interstate 90 in central Washington. For us in Spokane, I think we get a little bit of snow that quickly changes over to rain by Friday morning. By the middle of the day on Friday, all of that moves up into the mountains and we wind up maybe seeing a little bit of sunshine later on. Saturday, another round moves in. Highs top out in the mid 40s as our mild winter returns.
And as we continue to count down the hours here in the Lilac City, billions across the globe are already ringing in the new year. This is the scene from London as well as from Paris tonight. Both cities just entered 2026, all within the last hour. But here locally, the highlight of Spokane's New Year celebrations will happen before midnight tonight. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy joining us now live at Riverfront Park right now as crews continue to make the finishing touches tonight.
Yeah, Cody, I second what Jeremy said. It's really not that bad out here. Obviously, dress warm, but it feels good. And as you can see behind me, the darker it gets and colder, frankly, the nicer it gets. You can see the pavilion is lit up, and it's going to stay lit up until about 10 p.m. or so, just in time for the end of the fireworks that are set to kick off at the clock tower at 9 p.m. So just in a few hours from now. Folks have been coming and going all throughout the day here and enjoying the festivities, enjoying the sights. Parking has definitely filled up all around Riverfront Park and frankly around downtown from what I've seen. I will say that a lot of people are enjoying the festivities that are here all year round, but are especially excited for watching and enjoying them in the new year, particularly the carousel that you can see right there. Folks are really enjoying that. And we also saw plenty of people that are taking up some skating at the skate ribbon, and there's also a few food trucks that are around here tonight. And they're going to be out here for the next several hours or so. More and more people are expected to come out and enjoy the festivities. In Spokane, Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Connor, thank you so much. And let's take a live look over Coeur d'Alene tonight, where fireworks will streak across the sky twice this evening. Once will be at 9 o'clock, then again at the stroke of midnight. We have a full list of events happening tonight across the Inland Northwest on our website. That's KREM.com. And if you want to celebrate New Year's from home, be sure to join us for New Year's at the Needle. We'll have live coverage from celebrations all across the Pacific Northwest, even here in Spokane. You can watch on KREM 2 or stream live on KREM 2 Plus starting at 11:30. Download KREM 2 Plus on your TV and watch for free. And something to keep in mind tonight, local law enforcement reminding you to think twice before getting behind the wheel after drinking. Idaho's Office of Highway Safety says impaired driving is one of the state's deadliest and most costly crimes, with 86 people killed last year alone. According to AAA, alcohol-related crashes are only continuing to rise, and young drivers make up a significant amount of DUI arrests. So if you're heading out to celebrate tonight, police want to remind everyone a DUI can bring steep consequences. That includes fines, jail time, and losing your license. Officials say the safest choice this New Year's Eve is simple. If you plan to drink, make a plan to get home safely and never drive impaired. And if you need to grab something from the store, today is the best day, as tomorrow some of your favorite stores will be closed. Both Target and Walmart are open today and tomorrow. Costco is open today but closed tomorrow. Trader Joe's just closed at 5 o'clock and will stay closed tomorrow. Starbucks will be open today and tomorrow. However, some stores might have limited hours, so keep that in mind. Tomorrow's a federal holiday, meaning banks, the post office, and city and county offices will be closed. And also in both Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, garbage pickup will be delayed by one day. So if you normally have your garbage picked up on Thursday, it'll be picked up on Friday instead. And Friday pickup will be pushed back to Saturday. Still ahead on KREM 2 News tonight, coming up, a trailblazing Washington Supreme Court justice retiring today. A look back on Mary Yu's career and the Spokane attorney filling her seat. But first, National Guard members won't be heading to Portland anytime soon. The latest from the White House up next.